Thank you. Why do we make products? Some of us do it for money, and some of us do it for recognition. But most of us do it because we believe that our products deserve to exist. And before they exist, they're just an idea. Actually, I would argue, before your products even ship, they're nothing more than just an idea, a mere theory. It's something that lives inside your head, and it's an idea of a certain reality that you made up. And no one changed the world with just an idea. Martin Luther King didn't just have a dream. He had a dream and told people about that dream. And then people got on board and people started caring. People changed the world by getting an idea and putting it out there and getting the input from others to make that idea better. And the same goes for your products. Any product, but especially yours. Your product does not exist until you ship it. It does not exist until it's in the hands of people that will actually use it and actually care enough to provide you with the feedback to make that product better. So let's look at a product that shipped and had one of, I think, the biggest impact on our industry in the last 15 years. The iPhone. Now, when you look at the first iPhone, even though it was revolutionary, it still kind of sucked. I mean, the headphone jack, I don't know if anybody remembers this, but the headphone jack didn't support the regular headphones. You had to get special Apple headphones to listen to your music. And the Wi-Fi on this thing sucked. The metal back blocked all the Wi-Fi signals, and they had to put that ugly black thing right there. And even though 3G was a technology that was supported in mobile devices, the iPhone did not support 3G. But they shipped it. And why did they ship it? Because it was never about what it didn't do. It was always about what it did do. This wasn't just another phone with more features. This was the tiniest computer ever made where the phone became a feature. This is the world's smallest Mac computer where the phone became an app. That was the idea, and that's what they shipped. Now, BlackBerry, Palm, Nokia, they all looked at this and thought it was going to be a fluke. Palm actually went on record, said, PC guys are not just going to waltz in and figure it out. So let's compare the iPhone to the other smartphone, the BlackBerry, which was the biggest smartphone at the market right then. So this is 2007. This is the year that the iPhone gets released. And what happens after that? 2008, a new iPhone. 2009, a new iPhone. 2010, a new iPhone. Every year they shipped a new iPhone with more features, better features, and somehow I think they're going to ship another iPhone this year. Look at this pattern. They just made it better and better and better, and every iPhone was better than the last iPhone. Now look at BlackBerry. BlackBerry started here on the black line, and they didn't ship their version of the first iPhone until last year. That's 6 years it took them to ship that phone. Real artists ship. Jobs knew this like no one else. And he believed this so much that he incorporated it into the culture of Apple that you were going to ship regardless. No matter what happens, they know that they're going to ship an iPhone every year. And BlackBerry and Nokia and Palm, they were all still figuring out what this whole iPhone thing was. But by the time they didn't have it in their culture to just ship. You must ship and you must ship often. So let's look at another success story, Facebook. Now, if you ask any developer here today if they would build the largest social network on the planet, would they do it in PHP 4 programming language? Hopefully, most of them will say, hell no. But Mark Zuckerberg did. And he shipped Facebook in 4 weeks. And was it perfect? No. It was called The Facebook. Horrible name. But it was better than MySpace, the other big social network at the time. So let's look at what happened to the users of MySpace versus Facebook. Does anybody recognize this chart right now? Facebook kept shipping because they shipped the first product, fine. And then they shipped a new product, and then they shipped again, and they kept making Facebook better. They kept shipping a new version of Facebook. And the Facebook that you see today will not be the same Facebook that you see in a year. Just take a screenshot. Take my word on this. And MySpace was still figuring out, okay, why would anybody leave MySpace and their friends on MySpace to go to Facebook? Because it was never about the users they had. It was all the people that weren't on social networks yet. Stay focused and keep shipping. Zuckerberg knows this as well. And if you ask any Facebook employee right now what the single most valuable lesson at Facebook is that you have to keep shipping. We must ship, and we have to keep doing it. So that's the competitive angle, right? There's a psychological aspect to it as well. So let me ask you this. Just by show of hands, who here has ever been in a project where you hear the two famous words, phase 2? Fase 2. All right, and keep those hands up. Who of these people have been in a project where phase 2 never happened? Exactly. I see this so much, and this is the single most frustrating thing to me as a developer. Because when I hear phase 2, I hear, well, that's never going to happen. That's where that one feature goes to die. That's where that one feature that could make this product so much better, and we all know it, that's where it goes and will never ship. And how motivating is that? It's really not. Because I became a developer because I wanted to make stuff. I wanted to make existing stuff. I wanted to make stuff better. I wanted to make stuff that didn't exist before, and now it exists because of what I did. Because I love things. I love new things. And we're humans, and we all love new things. We're actually wired to. It's scientifically proven. This right here is an image of our brain. And on the left side is the exact moment when we see something new. See how it lights up? That area causes dopamine to be released. And for those of you who don't know what dopamine does, it's a chemical that gives us a rewarding feeling. And it also causes us to be motivated. It causes us to explore. It's actually where our natural curiosity as a human species comes from. Because when we see something new, we want to go, wait, what's that? How does it work? How can I pick it up? So every time I get to work on something new, this happens to me. I get that dopamine. I get excited. I get motivated. And it's not only me, though. It's your entire product development team. They need that dopamine. Because we're all human and we all get bored. We need that feeling of new and that satisfaction of a result. It motivates us. It literally gives us sparks. And just knowing that you'll be just working on something just creates this momentum of where we think, okay, what's next? How can I make it better? What can I do to improve this product right now? And knowing that you'll be releasing something new regardless makes you all the more motivated to keep working on it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't have a phase 2. Phase 2 is not about not having a phase 2. It's about when you start with your product development, have a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. And when you're done with phase 1, start planning phase 5. Because you know who didn't do that? BlackBerry. And MySpace. And Hives. Palm, Nokia. They all just made a product once and just rode the wave. Because it was successful. So far, so good. Until all the motivation in their teams was lost. And phase 2 never happened. Until somebody came along and did it better and faster and fresher. Google, Facebook, Apple, Tesla, Netflix, they're all shipping. And they're shipping on a schedule, and they're not planning on slowing down at all. And they have the most motivated and ambitious teams on the planet because their teams know that no matter what their crazy ideas are, there's going to be a next version, and their crazy ideas might be in the next version of that product. This is what makes us better. This is what motivates us and makes us ambitious. This is what gets us up in the morning and makes us think about the new. But we have to ship. It needs to be part of our culture that shipping is the single most valuable thing about our product development process. It needs to be the de facto standard that you're going to ship no matter what. Because you must ship. You must ship fast. You must ship often. And you have to keep at it. Thank you.